How's it going, me family? C.Mea here with another pro tutorial. It's been a while. Today I'm going to teach you, or at least show you how I do my voices professionally or semi-professionally using this powerful Audacity program. Works really well. It's free. Link in the video description down below if you want to go and check it out. Download it for yourself. Does it work on Mac, or maybe it does? I think it does, but you have to install like other stuff to make Windows apps, or programs, not apps. Anyway, this is how I do stuff. I have my headset on and not my microphone ready, so it's going to sound a lot different than in my stop motions. But let's say I do something with my woo voice. So let's say, I don't know what I want to say. I'm recording a video right now, students. You shall not teach me what to do. I shall. I really don't know what I did right there. I don't know. It sounds okay, though.
I'm recording a video right now, students. You shall not teach me what to do. I shall.
Okay. Well, it does sound a lot better with a real stop-motion microphone I use. $80 microphone. Did a review of that on my second channel, so if you want to check it out, please do so. It's a really nice microphone. Not the best, but hey, it's modified so it works really well, and with the settings I have, it really does work well. So now what I see a lot of people, when they record stop motions, at least the voices, they have like that crappy background thing here that's just so useless. And if I record using my microphone, this thing here doesn't appear, and like the white bar doesn't appear. Just saying, with the headset it's different. First time using it, so hey, I'm learning too. I'm becoming less of a noob. Anyway, see, this is noise. Don't want to have that. Sounds horrible, especially with the click at the end. I like that it's there because I see a lot of times that, especially with, well, in other people's stop motions and also in people sending me lines, I see a lot of clicks at the end, and sometimes I remove them when I edit, and sometimes I don't hear them at first, and they stay in the stop motion, and it sounds a little bit more ugly. Anyway, what I do is I just go to Effect here, Noise Removal. You should have a noise removal tool if you have a decent audio editor, whether it be Audacity or something else. So I click on Get Noise Profile. I have to do that every single time I open up Audacity. It doesn't record any sort of noise profile, so I have to redo it every time. Then I click here, select all, and I go to Effect, Noise Removal once more, and then I click OK. And now everything that I selected that is noise is going to be removed. Now the click here, I was just too strong, so it was the program counted as like part of the voice or something. So I can just click that out, or sometimes what I do is I make sure I have better noise in the background. So I make like a really crappy track with a lot of background noise, so that when I get the noise profile, it's good enough to remove all the noise in all of my tracks afterwards for the session or whatever. So I'm just going to remove that. And also what I like to do is I like to just cut and just show like a little bit in before and afterwards, but I'm not going to do it right now because that's just not the way it works with me. Anyway, no noise sounds a lot better.
I'm recording a video right now, students. You shall not teach me what to do. I shall.
So the only thing that's crappy about this track is the fact that I'm using my headset and not my microphone. But I'm using my headset since I'm recording a video, so yeah, I shake my head around a lot. I can't have a stable microphone. Anyway, next step, I go here, apply chain. I'm going to show you what my chain is actually. You can just copy the settings. There are tutorials on chains on YouTube, very easy to find. I use a compressor. I set my threshold to 17.0, noise floor minus 40, ratio 2.5, attack time 0.2, decay time 1, normalize yes, and that just starts the sequence, and it starts to automatically do all these things to my audio, so I don't have to click on multiple buttons. I just do the chain all at once, and what it's going to do, it's going to lower the high bumps and increase the low bumps. So, well, this one's already perfect, so it hasn't been modified much. But let's say I do something at a really, really low volume. It's going to bring it high enough, and it's going to make it sound good at the same time and not really crappy but high at a high volume.
I am recording recording a video right now. Students, you shall not teach me what to do. I shall.
It does sound a little bit better, but since it looks so good, the spikes are up, everything. So I don't know. This headset records really well. It records at a really constant rate. My microphone has really different peaks, so using this really works well, and I have a better quality with my microphone. Anyway, now that everything is done, I just click here and I remove at the beginning and the end, because another thing I see, especially with lines I receive, are like big gaps where nothing happens. And since I calculate, I'm going to show you in a second what I do to calculate how many frames I put, or how many frames I take per line. Anyway, it screws up the count a little bit. So doing this really makes me animate using the best quality possible. What I don't like here is that it's slightly over 5 seconds, or slightly over like a second mark. So when I look into my folder, I hover over the file, and it's going to say 6 seconds. So if I animate for 6 seconds, then you have like this part that's just a blank. Not much, but it's still a little bit. So if you remove the blanks before and after, it's a lot better. So now what I do when I animate is, let's say I animate at 10 frames per second. This is gonna show 6 seconds. So I'm gonna animate for 60 frames. As simple as that. I'm gonna move the arms for 60 frames, and instead of doing like a Kembler effect, or I don't know what it's called, to 1 frame, I'm going to animate every single frame. It's going to take a long time, and especially in long dialogue scenes, it's really harsh on my patience, but I've learned to work with it, and it works really well. Now, what I like to do sometimes, if it's really close, here I can't do anything, but let's say there would have been like a little gap here. I could have removed that. I would have removed it, and it would have been like slightly under 5 seconds, so it would have been registered as 5 seconds, would have been a lot better. Also, something I can do, slash don't do, slash should do, is, let's say this is about 5.2 seconds, so I put the line number and I put in parentheses 5.2 seconds, so I know to animate for like 52 frames or something like that to get the exact amount. So that's just like a beginner thing while using decently professional audio. So I think that's about it for this tutorial. I'm glad you watched, people, and as I said, Audacity in the video description down below, so please download it for yourself if you don't already. It's an incredibly amazing program, really cheap. I mean, it's free, of course it's cheap, but does it work cheaply? Works professionally. And it's better than those iPhone / iPad movie studio apps, or Movie Studio. That's what I use. And it's not. Anyway, I just screwed up. Movie, whatever it's called. Yeah, if you have a computer, use Audacity. If you only have an iPhone or a tablet, well, I mean, use whatever's there, if that's the best you can find. But Audacity for a free program is amazing. It can do so many things, and I've only unlocked like 2-3 things. The other things I just don't know what they do. What's a wah-wah?
Recording a video right now, students. You shall not teach me what to do. I shall.
Oh gosh, that's crazy! Do not click on wah-wah, people! Do not click on wah-wah! Oh gosh, especially if you have headphones! It goes back and forth between each ear. It's crazy. I'm crying right now. This is it starts in the left ear, then in the right, left, right, left, right, and it just switches constantly and really quickly. So you just have like a sound going back and forth, and gosh, it messes up the brain. I am so done with this video. Hit the like button down below if you enjoyed the video, and are a proud member of the Me family. And also, if you're not going to use the wah-wah function, because that is... Don't click on that, please. Do not click on the wah-wah function. You will ruin your ears, you will ruin your childhood, you will ruin your life and your future as a human being. Comment, it's always appreciated. Subscribe to C.MeaX if you haven't already. Join the Me family. It's quite awesome over here. I'll see you next time. As always, Johnny.